A Greeley resident is in critical condition after being hit by two cars last Thursday. 24-year-old Zachary Ferguson was crossing 8th Ave at 21st Street when he was hit by two cars. The first car was traveling at 30 miles per hour when it hit Ferguson. He then landed on the pavement and was run over by a second vehicle. 21-year-old UNC student Natasha Grimaldo was driving the first vehicle and admits to having two large glasses of wine before getting behind the wheel. She was arrested and bond is set at $40,000. The second driver is not being charged. It was determined that she was not under the influence at the time of the accident. Ferguson has severe head trauma as well as multiple broken bones. He is in critical condition at St. Anthony's Hospital in Denver. A fund for Ferguson has been set up. You can donate at www.fundme.com/saving-Zach.
The winter sure has been cold for UNC students, which has some seeking any opportunity to escape the freezing temperatures. The Center for International Education hosted a spring study abroad fair last Thursday. Balloons and international flags decorated the main floor of the University Center, drawing attention from students coming and going to class. CIE staff answered questions and gave students information about the different study abroad programs offered. Students were able to learn about the programs in Australia, Ireland, and South Korea, among other countries.
The flu season hits its peak between February and March, but the stock of flu vaccines is already gone at the Student Health Center. The Bears had a good reflex because this trifling disease already caused 3 deaths in Weld County since the beginning of the year.
I think it was 1,200 that we ordered for this year, so we gave that many out. Students don't really, just like everything else, you know, they're invincible and they're healthy, so they're not worried about getting a flu vaccine, and some of them are afraid of getting shots. So we do have a lot of students that, they choose not to, or they don't think it's important. I would be willing to bet that there's some people on the campus, students, employees, faculty, that aren't even aware that people died from it. So
I just sleep it off and hope it goes away soon.
For other students, vaccines avoid a nightmare.
Well, I had gotten the flu before in high school and I had been out for 2 weeks. It was absolutely awful. I couldn't get out of my bed at all. It's the worst thing I think I'd ever experienced in my life.
And if you are not afraid of the shots, know that you can still find those for free at Weld County Health Department.
Between different programs and activities, UNC offers Magnetic Scholars, opportunities for those disadvantaged college students to be able to be prepared for higher education.
The program is really beneficial. It's taught me a lot of things about graduate school and about research that I didn't know about before. So it's been very informational, very educational.
Magnetic helped me believe in myself that I was capable to succeed in graduate school.
The program offers preparation for doctoral studies through research and activities.
The students get to pick a mentor within their field, somebody who's hopefully doing research that they are also interested in, and then they get to create this original research project with that mentor.
Just the opportunity that I had is something that I'll always cherish, and it's something that I wish I could pass on to people, and I hope to pass on to people when I go through my higher ed route.
If you're interested on joining the program, you just have to visit the office in Michener L75 or get on the website.
Hi everybody, it's Karina here. Today I want to talk to you about some natural ways to keep your hair moisturized and protected for this cold winter that we have been experiencing lately. So I'm going to start off with the oils. Oils are going to be your hair's best friends. Here I have olive oil and argan oil. The olive oil you can get obviously at any grocery store. Also you can get anything from like almond oil to coconut oil. These really help your hair keep moisturized. And finally, it's going to be super important to keep yourself hydrated during the winter, because water is going to be essential to keep your hair and prevent it from getting excessively dry. So that's pretty much it. I hope these tips were helpful.
The Lunar New Year celebration reigned in the year of the horse, showcasing the cultural significance and history to UNC students. To kick off the night, there was food, music, and even a martial arts performance, which got the crowd hyped up. UNC students also got the chance to hear some great stories about traveling abroad. There was a presentation on UNC's very own study abroad program in places like China and Japan, along with many others. William Adams, the committee chair and the head of the Lunar New Year event, gave some more insight on what this celebration is all about.
Lunar New Year is a huge event all throughout Asia. It's one of the giant events where people come together with family and community and just create that bond with each other. Asian American Pacific Islander Student Services, sorry. It's actually located at Cole House, which is across the street from Web King. They put on all these events. They are the sponsor for tonight and the sponsor for Luau. Well, not the sponsor for Luau, but they sponsor the clubs for everything. They're an amazing resource for any person that wants to get involved in the Asian club or an Asian interest major or anything. Go stop by there and just ask around, and everyone in there is really nice. It's a small little house, so it's really fun.
The next event scheduled is the Luau, coming up this April.
John Galt Coffee, connected to Atlas Church in downtown Greeley, has its unique qualities. With its hipster and artsy decor, John Galt Coffee is a perfect spot for college students to camp out, be inspired, and do their work. I was fortunate enough to speak with some students and regulars at the shop and discover that their creativity is spurred on by the artistic environment.
I'm an artist, so it's a lot of people who enjoy the same stuff that I do and really are good mentors for that, and everyone just it's a really loving community of people.
John Galt Coffee, being connected to Atlas, does a lot of work with the church. Their aim as a coffee shop is to build a strong community, and just like other businesses in Greeley, to create a college town environment for the UNC students.
Definitely has the best coffee in town. I like the atmosphere. He created it here. I feel like it lends itself to creativity and community.
Daniel Mothershed, a volunteer at Atlas Church, shares a little about the mission of John Galt Coffee.
It allows Atlas to be open all the time, 7 days a week, and have people be able to come not only in here and hang out and study and do coffee stuff, but they have a lot of Bible study things in the back where the sanctuary is. And it allows both John Galt and Atlas to kind of serve the 16th Street community.
This is Amanda Neige reporting from Bear News.
Meet the Burroughs. From left to right, you have Josh Burroughs, the bassist, Johnny Burroughs, lead singer, Mary Claxton, the drummer, Caleb Burroughs, guitarist, and Sean Hagermeister, lead guitarist. Johnny Burroughs gives us a quick beat on how the band started.
Craig, our trumpet player, approached me one day, looking fine as ever, and said, "I want to play soul music." And I said, "Craig, that is all I do." And so I told him I can get a rhythm section together if you can get horns together, because literally my entire life I've wanted to play with a full horn section. So he got horns together, I got these boys together. My brother Caleb and my brother Josh, both single ladies, both very handsome.
So the band was formed by friends and family members, but there seems to be one piece that was on the edge. That's the drummer, Mary Claxton.
And played like one time and I was real nervous, and then we got together a second time and I was like, this might be really awesome. And then we played our first show and I was like, this is one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
What the Burroughs would say is not how popular they are, but how great the music scene in Greeley has grown.
People that care, and I just see awesome things for Greeley, and I think the Burroughs are a part of that, and I think everything else that's going on is going to really help lay a foundation for some really awesome stuff coming out of Greeley in the next few years.
They're actually like excited to have music, and that makes more fans want to come play, I think.
Yeah, seriously, totally. Yeah, that's huge. I think in 5 years you're going to see a real difference here, and the Burroughs will be a part of that. we'll be on the Bandman magazine again in 5 years. Hopefully.
Reporting from the Burroughs practice in downtown Greeley, I'm Nathan Fusco, Bear News.
Football season is a few months over, and on Wednesday, February 5th, 28 recruits joined the Bear family for National Signing Day. Head coach Ernest Collins Jr. started things off by saying this is the second class that is at full strength. There will be 14 on offense, 12 on defense, and 2 kickers. UNC is losing 2 out of their 3 quarterbacks, and 6'4" Brock Berglund from Highlands Ranch and Jake Knipp from Arvada will fill those positions. Both are also mid-year signees. With each recruit, Collins showed highlights of their high school careers. Collins said he is looking forward to this class and thanked his staff for going out and recruiting in hopes of turning this program around. After losing the first 2 of a 4-game road trip, the UNC men's basketball team looked to win the last 2 games against Idaho State and Weber State last week. The Idaho State game was close at the end with the teams tied at 70. Senior forward Derek Barton led the Bears with 14 points and 7 rebounds. The Bengals scored 26 points off of the 13 turnovers from the Bears and sank 81% of their free throws. ISU's Thomas Sanchez made a basket from the 3 to bring the score up 71-70. And with under 1 second left, the Bengals made 2 of 2 free throw attempts to win this game 73-70. The first place Weber State Wildcats hosted the Bears for their last away game of this 4 road game series. A very low shooting percentage from UNC brought them to a loss as Weber State had a 53.3 field goal percentage. Senior guard Tate Unruh led the Bears with 18 points. The Wildcats shot 60% from the 3 while UNC only shot 30%. With this 79-65 loss, the Bears are 13-8 overall and 7-5 in the Big Sky Conference. The UNC women's basketball team took on Weber State last Saturday at home to try to keep the Wildcats winless in the conference. Stephanie Lee got off to a dominant start, scoring 12 straight points to give the Bears an early lead. The Bears went to the locker room with a commanding 17-point lead over the Wildcats at the half. Some early foul trouble forced Lee to spend some extra time on the bench, sparking a 23-4 Weber State run. Some solid play down the stretch from Kylie Heiser kept the Bears in the lead. She had a game high of 22 points and shot 80% from the line. The Bears would eventually go on and win this one 70-63. UNC female athletes took to the rec center to participate in the free girls sports clinic. Young girls were invited to find out what sport was right for them. Athletes came together to cheer on the girls, make tunnels, and teach them the sport they excel at. The soccer team juggled with the girls, while the volleyball team taught them how to serve and spike the ball over the net. The injured basketball girls did a shooting drill and made a competition out of it. The track and field team started out by stretching and playing a reaction game. The golf team taught the girls how to putt and properly swing a golf club. The girls and athletes enjoyed themselves with high fives all around.
What better way to watch the Olympics and bring people together than making food? In doing that, watching those dedicated athletes can really make you tired and hungry. With that said, I'll take you through with how to greet a ring full of winners in your home by making jalapeno poppers for champions. All these items that you'll need are very inexpensive and easy to make. They leave you with lots of food and enough time to whip up something fast and run back to watch your favorite event. What you'll need is 18 freshly picked jalapenos that are cut in half lengthwise and seeded. Here you can see that I have cut them lengthwise, and what you will do is get a spoon to help you and just pull this out here to unseed it. And you will need a box of 8-ounce cream cheese that is softened, a package of unthawed bacon, and toothpicks to secure your jalapeno poppers. So what you're going to do is after you've cut your jalapenos and halved them, you're going to get some cream cheese and put it in the middle here. Spread it along your jalapeno popper. And grab a slice of bacon and wrap it around the jalapeno. Then you can get your toothpick and set it aside. After you get all of your jalapenos on your cooking sheet, go ahead and spice them as desired. I like to put some pepper and chives on there to kind of give it a little more flavor. And then just put in the oven and bake 12 minutes or until the bacon is nice and crisp. Once you've taken your poppers out of the oven, place them on a nice tray, and these guys are ready to be served nice and warm. It's not over until the torch flame goes out, and this little bite of heat will make any Olympian or bear warm in the wintry winter circle. From one chef to another, I'm Emily Goggins, Bear News.
It's time for our Pinterest Pick of the Week. At this point, you might be panicking because you don't have a Valentine's Day gift ready for that special someone. How about finding all sorts of different candies and chocolates and placing them into a gift basket? It's definitely one of those neat gifts no one can resist. Well, that's it for this edition of Bear News. Be sure to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/bearnews98 and follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/bearnews98. Thanks for watching. See you next time.